What's up guys, my name is Lucas, back again with another After Effects tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at a liquid mask text effect that is actually not made by me. I'm not the one who came up with the idea. I found it from Mt.Mograph. He's a really awesome guy who makes a bunch of motion graphic videos and different animations and things. Really awesome, you should check him out. But the reason I'm creating this tutorial is because when I started into motion graphics, I went through this very same tutorial and found a much more efficient, much better way to do it. Just because the method that he uses uses a warp and it slows down your computer, it takes a long time to render, and it is more difficult to get the effect the way I wanted it. So this is basically what we're going to create. Again, this is on Mt.Mograph's channel. Whoops. Alright, and this is what he's created. So it's just supposed to make the text kind of droop down, dribble, like it is water falling and rising, or any kind of liquid. So we're going to recreate that in After Effects. So the first thing we're going to do, make a new composition, name it whatever. I'm going to name it liquid, and then this time is way too much. So I'm going to make mine 10 seconds, white background. I don't care what the background color is, because we're going to make a new solid. Right click, new solid. We're going to name this BG for background yet again. And then just pick whatever you want. I'm going to pick kind of a light blue color because it's liquid and I think of water. So I'm going to pick that. And the first thing you want to do is create a new text layer. Put new text. You can double click on it and then type. And I'm going to name this liquid tutorial. And then I'm going to go to the character settings. Crank up the size of this. And then I'm actually going to change the font to a font I like, Digitalt, whatever you want to pronounce that. That is the font I'm going to use. It's nice and thick. This method does usually work best for thick fonts because the effect uses a matte, and so you're going to be able to see it through the text. So if it's a super thin font, then you're not going to be able to see as much of it. So I'm going to use a very large and thick font. And the spacing there, I like the spacing in between here. You can mess with your settings and change the text to however you want it. This looks good to me. I'm going to duplicate this by hitting Control C and then Control V, or you can Alt drag, however you want to duplicate it. Then I'm going to hide one. It doesn't matter which one. But the first thing I'm going to do now is make a new, right click, new, and then shape layer. I'm going to make a rectangle. And it needs to be fairly large. It needs to cover the text and then have a little bit extra room. So I'm going to leave it right there, and then I'm going to go to the effects again. I'm going to bring out an effect called Turbulent Displace. Alright, Turbulent Displace. Click and drag that onto the rectangle. The first thing you're going to notice, if you zoom in, it kind of displaces it, kind of like a wave already. You're getting some kind of liquid motion. But you'll notice that when you scroll through your timeline, nothing is going to happen. So what we're going to do, you're going to hold down Alt on your keyboard, click the keyframe for evolution, and it will bring up this expression bar. Basically, this is where you can type in your own custom expressions and make things have a little bit more customization than you can normally with a just regular keyframes. So what we're going to do is we're going to type time, then a multiply symbol, asterisk, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to type 500, and basically that's just the amount. You can play around with it again and kind of get it to however you want, but now when you look, it kind of acts like waves when you scroll through, and it's going to be automated, so you don't have to scroll through keyframes, excuse me, or anything else. So then you can change up your amount a little bit and get it to be a little bit more drastic, just like that. That looks good to me, so I'm going to twirl this up. And then the next thing we're going to do is change the position. So hit P on your keyboard, that's going to bring up the position. Then you can hit the stopwatch to start a keyframe. Move this to the bottom. You can hold Shift on your keyboard to make it move at a more rapid rate. And then I'm going to scroll through. I'm going to put it about 4 seconds. That's when I want it to be to the top. Holding Shift again, going in the opposite direction. You can also just click and drag this to position wherever you want it, like this, but really just however you want to do it, preference. Alright, so now that we have the rectangle moving through, You can hit pause and see it play back. Alright, and so right now the rectangle is just going over the text, and what I want is it to be going through the text and revealing the text as it's going up. So the way we're going to do that, you're going to go to your track mats. If you don't see it, then you hit toggle switches and modes, and it will bring up this, the extra track mat layers. So go to track mat, you're going to go onto liquid, whatever I guess your text layer is, then you can go to alpha mat. Then when you go through, you'll be able to see that now it is revealing the text like a wave. So as you scroll through, it's going to look like a wave again, kind of like liquid is filling up a container of sorts, something like that. And then the last effect that Mt.Mograph used, he actually duplicated this, so basically did the same thing, changed the color and changed the position a bit so it had another layer to it, and then added an effect called drop shadow. Put that onto the text. I'm going to change the distance to probably 15. Oh, that was too much. That was 150. 15, maybe a little bit more. Let's go 25. And then you can change the color to whatever you want. Make it a blue color. And then change the opacity however you want, just to kind of get the color to where you want it. So there we go. You have a liquid text effect. You can use this for an intro, whatever you want. Any ideas you have, you can use this for more than just text layers. You can use this for shape layers, or basically any other solid or object you can think of. And it can be used in a ton of different ways, however you want to use it. So just a off note, I am thinking about another tutorial that is based on the 12 principles of animation. So if that's something you guys want to kind of learn a little bit more about, leave a comment in the boxes below. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and please just recommend any other tutorials you want to see, any ideas, or anything you want me to do. I'm looking for more content. I know it's been a while since the first tutorial I uploaded, and I'm looking to frequent those a little bit more. So like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how I did.